Top CBS Exec, no sympathy for Vegas victims as country music fans often are Republican gun toters. A CBS legal executive, Hillary Clinton, and others wasted no time in trying to exploit the Las Vegas mass shooting for political gain. By J. Sermopoulos, October 2, 2017. The bodies are not yet cold, the blood not yet dry, the triage room still receiving victims, and already, people are attempting to exploit the Las Vegas tragedy to espouse their political ideology. Revealing the extreme politicizing of the mass shooting, a top legal executive at CBS, Haley Gold, took to social media to proclaim that she is not even sympathetic towards the victims of the shooting that left at least 58 dead and over 500 injured at a country music festival at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas Sunday night. If they wouldn't do anything when children were murdered, I have no hope that Republicans will ever do the right thing, wrote Gold on Facebook, likely referring to the Sandy Hook school shooting. I'm actually not even sympathetic. BC country music fans often are Republican gun toters. The shooter, identified as Stephen Paddock of Mesquite, Nevada, opened fire on a massive crowd during a country music festival from the 32nd floor of Mandalay Bay Hotel late Sunday night. Law enforcement sources say they located the shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and that he opened fire on the concertgoers from the upper room floor of the hotel, according to the Las Vegas Journal-Review. Advertisement. Currently, there are conflicting reports as to whether the shooter took his own life or was killed by police. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said police had located a number of firearms in the room he occupied in the hotel. Lombardo attempted to dispel the notion that there were multiple shooters, claiming that reports of multiple shooters and that explosives were used were false. Read more: 5 critical stories Americans missed while the corporate media bashed Colin Kaepernick. Despite claims of responsibility by ISIS, police said that Paddock had no known connection to terrorism, and that law enforcement is not calling this a terrorist attack at this point, according to NBC News. The gunfire began during a performance by the singer Jason Aldean, the closing act of the Route 91 Harvest Festival, according to Gail Davis, who was in the audience of more than 22,000, according to the New York Times. Additionally, Hillary Clinton, who is never one to let a good tragedy go to waste, took no time to begin politicizing this tragedy. View image on Twitter. View image on Twitter. Follow. Luke Rudkowski heavy checkmark at LEOAFFAIRS. Going after a group not yet connected w/a attack that we know little about as victims are still in the hospital is not putting politics aside. 12:16 p.m., October 2, 2017. 4141 replies 109 retweets 253 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. It's important to note that this is not the first time a CBS employee has shown politicized animosity towards the GOP, as the June shooting of Louisiana Representative Steve Scalise was labeled by CBS anchor Scott Pelley as foreseeable, predictable, and to some degree, self-inflicted. Pelley's intimation was that due to Representative Scalise's support for gun rights, this was the predictable outcome. Revealing exactly how the immediate politicizing of these tragic events does a disservice to the public, when James Hodgkinson opened fire on Representative Scalise earlier this year, the New York Times immediately, and falsely, attempted to blame the shooting on an erroneous link between Sarah Palin and the shooter of former Representative Gabby Giffords, D. Arizona. Often, the transformation of human tragedy into trying to score political points ends up in reporting that is extremely biased and often inaccurate. Read more: new Clinton probe dead from the start, John Podesta's best friend at DOJ in charge of investigation. The original thread was deleted by the person who made the original post that Gold's comments appeared on, but were not deleted by Gold, according to the Daily Caller. Unfortunately, these guilt by association tactics are what often lead to more evil idiots being duped into carrying out murder against innocent people because they are perceived as the enemy for alleged connections with rival groups. Ever hear of the us versus them tactics of manipulation? Creating a bunch of them can be dangerous, no matter who the us are. As the right claims Paddock is a liberal extremist and the left claims he's a right-wing nut, neither group seems to care about the actual victims at all. Even the New York Times said that what we need most of all isn't mourning, but action to lower the toll of guns in America. Sadly, every time Americans experience a tragic shooting, whether it's Charleston, Aurora, Sandy Hook, Orlando, or Main Street, USA, there is an overwhelming response by supposed objective media and political groups alike, who use death and destruction to promote their agenda. Now for the final news flash. If you have to use murder and violence to get others to accept your ideas, you may need to rethink your ideas. The murderous villains in all of these cases have already used this death and destruction to make their point. And you're going to do what? Ride their coattails? You're going to use their violence to promote your ideas, in turn immortalizing evil. Through this action, you are doing exactly what these psychopaths wanted. You are perpetuating the turmoil that these savage criminals sought out through the use of violence. For what? Read more. Top journalist says Hillary approved sending sarin to rebels used to frame Assad, start Syrian war. It could take decades for psychologists to study these killers in an attempt to find reasons for their heinous crimes. Yet still, we may never know what goes on in someone's head for them to be able to kill so many innocent people. However, one thing is certain, and that is that blowhards attempting to demonize their political enemies through guilt by association, cannot and will not ever obtain that reason by jumping on these death bandwagons. The bottom line is that an evil and obviously sick person killed innocent people, and no amount of speculation about putting the blame on rap music, heavy metal, video games, violent TV, or political affiliation will change that fact. Anyone who attempts to garner support for their cause through associating their political opposition with an insane killer is acting within the same skewed reality of evil mass murderers and will be complicit in the horrid society that ensues. Asterisk update. CBS has now fired top legal executive Haley Goldman on Monday, after comments she made on a Facebook post first reported by the Daily Caller. This individual, who was with us for approximately 1 year, violated the standards of our company and is no longer an employee of CBS. Her views as expressed on social media are deeply unacceptable to all of us at CBS. Our hearts go out to the victims in Las Vegas and their families, CBS said in a statement to the Daily Caller.
Behind the stand. Who's going to get this? Relax. Hey. Don't push! Don't push! Don't push! Stop! Stop! Get up! Get up! Get up! It's on the outside, I promise. It's on the outside, Harry.
There are at least 26 wounded, 12 in critical condition. We're setting up here. These are live pictures, I believe. Yeah, LJ, these are live pictures right here, and we're waiting for the police to begin a briefing. So we don't want to go too far from this picture. Let's listen. Is this a mic check, or are they ready to start? Looks like they're almost ready here, and we'll be able to get an update of where they think the shooter was. We want to get a confirmation again. They believe this is just one shooter, so we will get confirmation again on what they know and whether this is still an active shooter situation or whether they have their suspect and let us know what's happening with the victims on site.
You can see it's 1:30 local time. The shooting opened at 10:30, so it's been about 3 hours. 2 have been confirmed dead, at least 24 injured. Again, you can hear from the video we showed you earlier, this was an automatic weapon. From what we hear and what we've been reported, an elevated position here is what took place at the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival, 10:30 local time.
And I'm here to talk to you about the tragic event that's taken place and is currently taking place at the Mandalay Bay out on the Las Vegas Boulevard South. We experienced an active shooter situation approximately 10:08 p.m. tonight, this evening. We had calls come into dispatch of multiple shots being fired from the direction of the Mandalay Bay towards the Route 91 concert that was taking place on the east side of Las Vegas Boulevard. Through investigation and response, we determined there was a shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. Officers responded to that location and engaged the suspect at that location. He is dead currently. He has been identified. He is a local resident. I will not release his name at this time, but we are interested in a companion that is traveling with him, and her name is, and I will provide you the name, so please be accurate on this, is Mary Lou Danley, M-A-R-I-L-O-U, last name spelled D-A-N-L-E-Y. She is a Asian female, approximately 4'11", 4'11", weight of 111 pounds. We have not located her at this time, and we are interested in talking to her for follow-up. 2 vehicles we're interested in locating, and we need your assistance with that. We have a Hyundai Tucson with Nevada plate 114 Baker 40 B40, and a Chrysler Pacifica Touring Nevada plate 19 D401. These are the plates registered to the suspect that we located at the Mandalay Bay. So there's a couple of things that need to occur at this time. One is the Red Cross is responding to the headquarters here at the police department at 400 South Martin Luther King to receive any phone calls from family members who are trying to locate their family that attended the concert and aren't unable to contact them. So that number will be established here shortly, and we'll get it out to you to publicize it here shortly. Additionally, anybody that may have cell phone video or any type of video associated with this event that would be a benefit to the investigation, please respond to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department headquarters at 400 South Martin Luther King, and we will take custody of that video. So if you have it, you evaluate it, and you think it would be a benefit, please bring that down to the headquarters. So family members, if you are unable to call or you do not want to wait for a call and you want to respond in person, we have set up a family retreat area for you to respond so we can help you locate your loved ones here at the headquarters. So you will be contacted by a police officer here at the headquarters, and they will direct you to where you need to go. Standing with me is Special Agent in charge of the FBI, Aaron Rouse. He is assisting with the investigation, which is ongoing. And then we have Fire Chief Greg Castle from Clark County Fire, and they are assisting with all the victims. Now, as far as number of victims, I cannot give you an accurate number at this point. We have well in the excess of 100 plus injured and excess of 20 plus that have died at this point. So we will get those numbers to you accurately as soon as we can. But please bear with us. This is an ongoing investigation, but we are comfortable that the primary aggressor in this event has expired or passed away and is no longer a threat. There's been multiple phone calls and accusations or conjecture coming through social media that there's multiple shooters at other resorts. That has been proven to be false. Additionally, there's been accusations or beliefs there's some explosives going off. That is also false. The only explosive contained in this event was from our SWAT team breaching the room. So please, we are pretty confident that there is no longer a threat other than we are attempting to locate the person of interest. No, not at this point. We believe it's a local individual. He resides here locally. I'm not at liberty to give you his place of residence yet because it's an ongoing investigation. We don't know what his belief system was at this time. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No, we have no idea at this point. It's an ongoing investigation. As you can imagine, it just happened. So please bear with us, but we have all the forces to bear from public safety handling the situation.
And you believe he acted alone?
Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. We do not know. It's an ongoing investigation. Right now, we believe he is the sole aggressor at this point, and the scene is static. We are attempting to locate the person of interest. I have 2 police officers that are currently at the hospital, one in critical condition, the other one minor injuries, but there are other police officers that were off duty attending the concert that have expired. We don't have those individuals identified at this point. I don't know the sequence of events on that. Right now, we believe it's 100 plus injured and 20 plus dead. Okay, and I don't want to give you an accurate number because I do not have it at this point.
Right now, there are still people on lockdown, on the strip. What do you say to people who are afraid right now, or what should they do?
I still want them to shelter in place. They will be contacted by first responders, and they'll advise them when they're free to go. It's better to shelter in place than to be unaware. I'm sorry, ma'am. We believe there's a couple off-duty officers that were attending the concert that may have died. We don't have them identified yet.
Do we know the relationship
All I know at this point is they are roommates. I can't give you that now. Yes, we believe so. Yes, absolutely. We are looking for a Hyundai Tucson, unknown color, Nevada plate 114B D40. Additionally, we're looking for a Chrysler Pacifica Touring, unknown color, Nevada plate, 19D401. Well, it is. It's devastating time, and it's unfortunate. And, you know, we have been talking about active shooters in the past, and it's unfortunate it did occur here. But we have responded to the scene, and we're doing the best we can to provide safety for the survivors. And right now, we believe it's a sole actor, a lone wolf type actor, and we have the place under control.
Can you provide any details on how he was taken down?
No, I cannot. All right, thank you very much. We'll do regular briefings, and we'll advise you of the schedule as they come forward. Thank you.
Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so there was a lady who pushed her way forward into the concert venue into the first row, and she started messing with another lady and told us that we were all gonna die tonight.
Do you know why she was saying that? I mean, was this after the shots were fired, or?
It was about 45 minutes before the shots were actually fired, but then she was escorted out by security.
How does that make you feel? I mean,
It makes me feel uncomfortable, especially coming here for my 21st birthday and not knowing if I'm safe, not even knowing if I'm safe going home tomorrow on an airplane, so.
So there's a shooting, what the fuck? So there's a shooting, what the fuck? So there's a shooting, what the fuck?
Holy fuck, this girl just got shot in the fucking head. It's so fucking crazy. Holy fuck, this girl just got shot in the fucking head. It's so fucking crazy. Holy fuck, this girl just got shot in the fucking head. It's so fucking crazy.
Clip after clip after clip, bullets flying everywhere, everybody running. It was really, really bad.
And you guys said that there were multiple shots fired.
We were on the furthest VIP stages away from Mandalay Bay, and they were ricocheting everywhere where we were. So they were firing from somewhere high, and they were unloading clip after clip after clip after clip.
So there was a shooter, you believe?
Multiple shooters.
Multiple shooters.
It has to be.
How many people were hit? Did you see?
We have no idea. Hopefully none, but there was obviously people hit.
Did you guys see any victims? I mean, as far as...
We just saw one drive by right now,
hanging out of the back of the truck.
CPR. He
Out of the back of a truck right now, CPR.
Wow.
There's bullets ricocheting, like bounced down by the bottom of our feet because we all got on the floor, crawling out, rushing, because everybody's rushing out.
Sounded like two firecrackers, ended up being hundreds of shots.
Yeah.
So it sounded like hundreds of shots.
It was hundreds of shots.
It was.
It wouldn't sound like it was hundreds of shots.
And then what happened? I mean, how long ago did this happen?
5 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's still, people are still running scared. The back streets are all full of people trying to hide out. I mean, it sounded like a firecracker, and then it ended up not sounding like a firecracker at all.
What did you guys think when you first heard this?
We heard two little crackles.
I thought it was like technical or like just something just wrong with the stage, and then it started happening again. That's when everybody started rushing out.
Jenna, it's your birthday tomorrow?
Yeah, right now. It's turned 25.
What did you see?
We were at the Jason Aldean concert and everything was fine, and then we heard 2 pop noises and thought it was a sound system, and then
Jason Aldean,
he kept continuing
dropped.
like nothing was wrong, and then we heard it continue and he still was going, and then he fell.
He dropped and ran. He just ran off the stage, and then people started dropping to the floor, and then we were running out.
And then we ran out and we saw some victims that were shot, and then we just kept running until we got to the cops, and then we just kept going, and now we're here until everything calms down.
Oh my god, and you said you saw a lady get shot.
Just her. She was just in the street, and
she was lying in the street, and she had a...
You could tell.
There was a hole through the side of her head, and someone was there with her, but we don't know.
She didn't appear to be moving.
So I thought it'd be a good idea to get to the top of the hotel where I was staying. I'm at the Delano, and there's a Skyfall Lounge, a bar that overlooks the Strip at the top. So I went to the 64th floor to go to the Skyfall Lounge, and it was full of people drinking. Nobody had any idea what was going on. And I had a bird's eye view of the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival right across the street. My friend and I personally saw crowds of people running out of the festival and bodies hitting the ground. We actually watched these people getting gunned down from the shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay.
Were you able to see the shooter?
We didn't see, we couldn't see the Mandalay Bay at all from where we were. The Mandalay Bay was behind us. We could only see the music festival and people running away.
And so you're there high up on top of this building right now, and you're seeing people dropping down. Did you get a sense that maybe they were just, did you really realize what was happening at the moment, that they were being trampled, or that they were actually people who were being shot at that moment?
At the moment, we did realize that they were being shot. We could hear the gunshots. Coupled with what we heard of machine gun fire downstairs, we knew that it was an active situation. At that point, we actually went to go downstairs to the lobby to see if we could find out more. And when the elevator got to the lobby and the doors opened, the air just reeked of gunpowder, and crowds of people were running to the elevators trying to escape. And I guess at that moment, there was also shooting going on inside of the Mandalay Bay. So a little bit later, I got on Periscope and started broadcasting. I had a little over 10,000 viewers watching, and I was down there while it was evacuated, and there was nobody out there. Front desk was gone. It was totally like a ghost town. And we actually met up with these other guys who were also looking, trying to find some information. And we met up with these security guards and police officers who asked us what we were doing and told us to run away. And we heard gunshots from around the corner. We were in the Delano, right next to a walkway that connects the Mandalay Bay at the Delano, and we heard gunshots from right out that hallway. So we think that the police were dealing with the shooter while we were down there.
Is gone.
But this is bullshit. Everybody has officially booked it, or they are on the ground. Security is out. Shit just got real, kids. This is why Trump...
Let's go.
I don't know what I'm by myself. Should I
Come with us. Come with us. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come with us. Come with us. You come with us right now. Stick together. Stick together. Just fucking come with us.
I'm sorry.
No, come with us. I'm with my son. You're there, Kel? Yeah, I'm there. Keep going. No, you're good at me, honey. It's hard to work here.
169K means we got shots fired, 415 ASF. Route 91, sounded like an automatic firearm.
Copy, code red at 169 Sammy, they have shots fired.
Freak 209 Adam arriving. Number 15 in front of me. 35 in traffic. You're out close. Very close in traffic. 179 Sammy is coming from upstairs in the Mandalay Bay. Upstairs in Mandalay Bay, halfway up. I see the shots coming from Mandalay Bay. Halfway up. Control 361 IC. We have multiple 458 breaks. Do we have surge? We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the fairgrounds. So can I for send me the active shooter on Kenneth Center, please?
Copy.
There's people laying where?
We have received an alarm in the building. Please stand by.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'd like to thank you for all your years of support through the years. As a result, this channel has grown and allowed me an equity partnership in carmarshal.com. Please take the time to check them out. They help you buy and sell your next car, even have a negotiating tool to save you from the hassle of haggling with multiple dealers. The link is in the description below. Please click and help support and give if you can too through PayPal or Patreon. Thanks again.